Right now on KGW News, a chaotic skirmish in an East County neighborhood. How those involved say a question led to a fight and then a stabbing.
Plus, it is a KGW weather impact alert day as temperatures climb back up and wildfire smoke brings down the air quality in the Portland area.
But first, to breaking news and a new blaze in Washington County that is threatening homes and forcing evacuations. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Christine Pitawanich. Let's bring you up to speed on that wildfire that sparked late this morning in rural Washington County. It's now forcing level 3 go now evacuations for the entire community of Cherry Grove, home to some 500 people. Areas west of Lee Road and south of Southwest Sane Creek Road are also under level 3 evacuation orders. Hague Lake is closed as well, so firefighting planes can fill up with water.
Well, Chief Meteorologist Matt will update us on the heat and the wind in a moment. But first, Alma McCarty sent in this report from the Cherry Grove area. She and her photographer have also had to evacuate.
David, there was a lot of activity here in this small rural community here in Washington County. We have seen some folks who live along Southwest Cherry Grove Road, where I'm standing now, pack up their belongings and head out a couple of hours ago. And now there are tons of first responders who are out here, including firefighters, responding to this blaze, the smoke from which continues to fill the sky. And really, it appears to be growing since we got out here just a couple of hours ago. Now, let us break down the basics. This fire is more than 100 acres in size and at this point is 0% contained. Fire officials do not have a cause of the fire yet, but the heat today isn't doing them any favors. There are more than 100 firefighters working to save the structures close to the fire line, and wildland crews are on the ground too. At last check, no structures have burned, and there have been 2 minor heat-related illnesses, potentially a couple more among the firefighters out here. Now, for those who live out here, the sheriff's office did go door to door, notifying people in the area that they should evacuate, especially if they are under that level 3 evacuation, and it seems as though more areas are now under that. They also did a reverse 911 call to let people know about what is going on in the area. Now, as far as Hague Lake, which is very close by, it remains closed so that firefighting aircrafts can collect water to help fight this fire here behind me. And as far as a shelter for evacuees, there is one set up near Gaston Market on Front Street, and the Washington County Fairground is open to folks who have livestock. David, Christine, back to you.
Very important information again. Alma and her crew there forced to evacuate along with the entire community of Cherry Grove.
Well, let's bring Matt in now. Matt, it seems like the wind, or maybe the lack thereof, is actually helping with this firefight.
I think so. I mean, the heat is never good, right? But wind is really the biggest enemy weather-wise when it comes to fighting fire for obvious reasons. And we don't have a lot of wind right now. This is the Reserve Golf Course Skycam. It's to the east of where the fire is. And you can actually see the plume of smoke just barely here through the haze from the fire out near Cherry Grove. It is hot. It's 92 degrees. The winds dropped on down to 6 miles an hour. Humidity is low. So it's good that the humidity coming up would be better, but it's good that the winds are down and the winds will continue to decrease overnight tonight. In fact, we look at the winds in Forest Grove, Hillsborough, Newburgh. They're all pretty much calm. So that's good. Now, the fire itself can create some wind nearby because it generates so much heat. The air moves into the fire, so it may be windier at the fire itself, but overall, the winds are not too terrible. The temperatures are beginning to drop already. It's 91 in Forest Grove, 92 in Hillsborough, so that's good that we're beginning to see the heat back off a bit, and that'll continue, of course, overnight tonight. Now, the other thing that's going on, of course, the impact from all the wildfires burning in the area is the air quality taking a bit of a hit. It's moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups in the Portland area. It should improve a little bit overnight tonight. It will remain very warm overnight tonight. Temperatures will drop into the 60s. That'll help the firefighting efforts there, especially those light winds. That's a big, big help. And there's no new storms in the forecast either. We'll get gradual cooling Friday and the weekend. So again, things going in the right direction, but it's going to be a slow process, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Hey, speaking of the air quality you mentioned today, we asked health officials how you and your family can avoid issues. You may already know these tips, but they're a good reminder this time of year. First, monitor how you're feeling and the air quality alerts. If the smoke gets to unhealthy levels, get inside, close the windows. Using HEPA filters in your home also helps. Doctors say health problems are far more likely for children, seniors, and people with pre-existing conditions like asthma, COPD, or heart disease.
If you come inside, get out of the smoke, and still have shortness of breath or wheezing, really can't catch your breath, then it's appropriate to seek medical care.
Another piece of advice, have a go bag ready. That way you're prepared if smoke conditions get too bad or if you need to leave quickly.
Yeah, it shocked the out of me. Somebody would punch me, ask me for dope. I don't deal with that.
Developing this evening, an argument over drugs leads to a stabbing in Wood Village, with one man now in jail and a witness saying that suspect, his brother, was trying to protect him. Devin Haskins is live near Northeast 232nd and Halsey. Devin, there is a whole lot going on here. Break it down for us.
Yeah, the residents I talked to this morning called it chaotic, completely unexpected to what took place this morning just before 7:30. Started with, like you said, a talk about drugs, then someone gets punched, then someone gets stabbed, and it finally ends with the sheriff's department making an arrest.
At the Fairview Woods apartments along Northeast Halsey.
See where that car is? In front of that car. Right in front of that sign where the red tape is. Wow, what a day.
Patricia Blanco can only describe what happened here earlier in the morning as...
It's chaotic, it's crazy, and I hope everything works out for my neighbor that tried to protect his brother.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office is not giving many details about what happened. We do know that just before 7:30 this morning, one person stabbed another. Deputies tell us the suspect is in custody.
I walked out right after it happened.
Patricia then introduced us to her neighbor, William Romine. He says he was having a cigarette when someone approached him.
And he asked me if I knew where he can get some ice, whatever the slang is for dope. I told him I don't mess with that.
He thought that was that, but then said the man got angry with him and punched him.
Yeah, it shocked the out of me. Somebody would punch me, ask me for dope. I don't deal with that.
And this is where things take a serious turn.
My brother seen this. He came over and he was trying to protect me.
He says his brother stabbed the person that punched him
in the neck.
After that, Romine says he tried calling for help. And then TriMet says one of their bus drivers saw the man bleeding, stopped the bus, called police, and started giving the victim first aid.
Luckily, they had some paper towels, as you see all over the ground. And then I came out and tried to help him, and that's when the cops and everything showed up.
That's when Romine said his brother was arrested.
Yeah.
The Sheriff's Department told us this afternoon they arrested William's brother, 56-year-old Michael Romine, charged him with second-degree attempted murder, assault, and unlawful use of a weapon. He should appear in court tomorrow. Back to you.
Scary and chaotic situation out there. Thank you so much, Devin. Still ahead, Oregon is dealing with its largest measles outbreak in years. Why experts are in part blaming a trend that started more than 2 decades ago.
And the Team USA sprinting star who decided to compete with COVID, the big Olympic headlines out of Paris are right after this.